Hi everyone, good morning or good evening wherever you are. So, I'm doing a reading for today and this is for Heeseung and Jake and then additional Heeseung individual reading. Alright, so for Heeseung and Jake. So what is the current connection of Heeseung and Jake? So Jake and Heeseung's connection is currently in a phase where emotional walls are starting to come down and a strong mutual bond is forming or being realized here. So things are likely to speed up soon if it's emotional or through direct communication. I do sense that they have a past tension. And what is the past tension all about? So they have a history of conflict or misalignment, and it wasn't a one-time issue. So Jake was the more guarded or hesitant. He may have been misinterpreted as distant or uncaring when he was only protecting his emotions or processing things internally. And then Heeseung was emotionally expressive. He may have felt misunderstood for offering genuine affection or connection that wasn't reciprocated the way he hoped at the moment. I'm hearing they are projecting insecurity to one another, leading to conflict. So are they rivals? Not necessarily rivals, but there is silent competition here, and then cold avoidance or passive aggressive behavior. So it may feel like rivalry due to unresolved emotions and pride. So are they friends? Yes, they are friends for the sake that they are ENHYPEN and that they have to communicate. They can be close friends if they communicate calmly and forgive. I'm hearing Jake gets aggravated and he would point fingers to Heeseung. But Jake admires Heeseung's talent, and also Heeseung, he admires Jake's Australian accent. However, this admiration was disrupted. It's like I respected you and you let me down. And they also clash about not following the rules, and Heeseung expected honesty from Jake. I can sense confrontation here, and Jake is talking back to Heeseung. So they are still brothers. I can see them cracking jokes, buying meals, helping each other, and drinking during occasions. So do they still care to one another? Yes, but pain and pride are clouding it. So Heeseung will most likely do the move to be friends with Jay, and if he is going to do that, it should be in a form of kindness and understanding. So Jake also has this longing to be more closer to Heeseung, but he doesn't know how to do it, because I can see here that Heeseung is trying to avoid Jake sometimes, and Jake doesn't want to be more open or affectionate to Heeseung, so he just disregard it. And then the members are not fully aware of what is happening between them, but they sense something is off and they don't know the full story. So I'm also hearing Jake would think I'd rather sit next to Sono and Nikki because these two can understand him emotionally, and then Heeseung would rather hang out with Sunghoon or Jungwon, if that makes sense. And then Jake actually has this longing to be friends with Heeseung, and they both wanted to resolve this emotional tension between them. And Heeseung wants this validation and respect from Jake, and then Jake also wanted this understanding or kindness from Heeseung. So I'm not saying Heeseung is being mean to Jake. So there are times that they are bickering, and then Jake wants Heeseung to have some understanding or being calm when they have misunderstanding in the group. So Jake could see Heeseung as controlling, perfectionist, hardworking, and he also acts like an older brother. And then Heeseung sees Jake as resilient and emotional control. So Jake doesn't openly express his full emotions to Heeseung, and Heeseung find it secretive. Like, he wants Jake to open up to him, same as with other members. So that's when their tension sparks, like the other one feels left out because Jake is not openly express himself, and then Jake also is taking a step back from Heeseung because he is scared that Heeseung will judge him. So they are trying to maintain boundary from each other, but this doesn't mean that they are not friends. So they are still friends, but there is like a boundary here between them. And then Jake could also be possessive for Heeseung. So he has this thinking that I wish Heeseung could also do that to me, something like that. So he wants affection, he wants attention from Heeseung, recognition, and then Heeseung on the other side feels neutral about it. So he is trying to be fair with everyone as well, but the secrecy or that feeling of taking a step back from Jake's side, so that's why Heeseung is a bit hesitant to be more open with Jake, same as with other members. So something like that, if that makes sense to you. Okay, overall, I don't see any crushes here between them or that romance type thing. All I can say is brotherly bond, but there is emotional tension. So overall, they are just brothers or friends. But Jake can be delusional sometimes, but overall I don't see any crushes here between them. Right, so this is Heeseung individual reading. So currently Heeseung is struggling with burnout, but he is focused with growth and stability. And Heeseung is actually close friends with Jongwon, Jae, and Nikki. Sometimes Songhun and Sono, but this Songhun and Sono are in and out with Heeseung. Especially Songhun, he is distancing when things gets too complicated. So is there any upcoming project for Heeseung? So yes, Heeseung could be involved in music writing or personal music project, and I don't see any release date, so there's no release date for this one. So this personal music project is still ongoing on Heeseung's side, but expect him to be involved in songwriting for their upcoming album. So Heeseung is over controlling with his environment or emotions, and he doesn't also express his emotional needs. He tends to put pressure on himself to handle everything perfectly. So if you ask me if he is interested to someone outside ENHYPEN, the answer is no. And he is not dating anyone or talking to anyone besides ENHYPEN members. Thank you so much for watching this reading, and stay tuned for more videos on the upcoming days. Thank you so much. Goodbye.